Lance came off the board, third overall. He was just one of 10 quarterbacks drafted over the 7 rounds of the 2021 NFL Draft. Now, aside from what's going on in Green Bay, which is very interesting and intriguing, and we will be breaking it down at length, hypotheticals included later in the show, what is the most intriguing quarterback sitch right now, KB?
The one we just talked about. See that smile on John Lynch's face? That was massive. I mean, he is fired up. Peter King's column comes out this morning. He has this inside info of when they were making their final decision with the Niners about who they were going to take. And there's a moment where Shanahan looked up and said, John, you ready to roll with Trey? And Lynch goes, are you bleeping with me right now? Like, they were that excited, and there was that much electricity. It's tough to keep that guy off the field. So talented, so versatile. And the guys are so excited to play with him. And yet what makes it interesting is Jimmy Garoppolo's 24-8 as a starter. Mm-hmm. He wins. When he's on the field, He wins. And he hasn't played a football game in 6 months. But this guy's coming to town. So the stay with Jimmy thing works. And maybe they start 5-0 and 10-2, and who knows? And yet, I was watching the network coverage over the weekend, and P. Schrags, in a suit and a tie and all extremely buttoned up, brings up the idea, I'm going to call it hybrid. I'm going to bring up the name Taysom Hill, and the idea that maybe Trey Lance comes on the field. You know, it's easy to forget. Lamar Jackson played a bunch of snaps early on, even during the Flacco phase. It wasn't like he sat around and learned. In the first game of his career, he came out there. Jalen Hurts made cameos last year. I think that's our most likely scenario, is that Jimmy is Jimmy and he's healthy and he's out there and he's going to play. But then Trey Lance comes on and does his thing. I also think what makes it work is that Jimmy and Trey, from what we know about them, are the most perfect human vessels for some sort of quarterback controversy. They don't say squat. Yeah. Remember when Trey was on here and all he kept saying was, I'm not taking the bait, I'm not taking the bait. He's great at not taking the bait, which makes this very fascinating, very secretive. Even the brain trust didn't know between, it feels like 20 minutes before the draft. Talent, secrecy, and a very complicated scenario. I think it's the Niners.
Yeah, I put that out there on Saturday after speaking with a lot of the 49ers folks on Friday, and it wasn't, hey, this is going to be Taysom Hill running down kicks or Taysom Hill playing wide receiver. It's like you're saying, a package where we're not going to just keep Trey Lance there on ice for a full year. Mm-hmm. If he's ready to get on the field in some sort of way, maybe red zone, maybe on third downs, put him at quarterback, maybe other positions, get him out there. He's one of the best athletes on the team.
Taysom's not a true quarterback. No, Trey Lance isn't running down on kicks. This is a real quarterback.
This is what they're looking to do. They're not going to harm him at all. All right, so night 2, we're sitting there on the big table out there, and I'm with Chris Rose, and we see Kyle Trask go to Tampa, then we see Kellen Mond go to Minnesota, and then the Houston Texans are on the clock. Nick Caserio, new GM, first pick ever as a general manager in the NFL. His first opportunity to say, here's what our team is going to be all about, and here's the direction we're going. I finally left New England, and here was the selection for the Houston Texans, their first pick of the 2021 draft.
With the 67th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, my Houston Texans select Davis Mills, QB from Stanford. Go Texans, baby.
All right, so now what's up with that? I mean, what's up with the Texans not having any choices in the first and second round? And then when they finally get one, they choose a quarterback. What is up with that? I cannot stress this question enough. What is up with that? Hold on. Let me go ahead and put another accent on another one of the words. What is up with that?
Tell you what's up with that. The writing's on the wall, and that they're getting themselves at least an insurance plan in Davis Mills. Look, this Deshaun Watson situation isn't going away. We don't know what it is. We now are entering May. They're like, this is a quarterback. I know he can play, and we've got Tyrod Taylor. Let's bring Davis Mills in. I don't know if that means it's the end of Deshaun Watson's time as a Houston Texan, but I certainly know they're not sitting around and waiting to see how this thing just plays out and sit on their hands. No, they went and proactively went and got a quarterback that they liked. I could also add this nugget. Davis Mills did not work out for the Texans, did not do any secret Zoom sessions, did not speak with David Culley at length. When they drafted Davis Mills, it was the first time he knew they were drafting him. He was as surprised as Rich Eisen was when he got that call. So this is not one of those deals where undercover they've been doing all the work and like Davis Mills is our secret thing. Nope, best player on the board. There's obviously some questions about their quarterback room, and the Houston Texans made a move. I find it fascinating because I think a lot of people said, all right, David Culley's been out there talking, and he was on the Huddle and Flow podcast, and we also had him on our show, and Deshaun Watson's there. Nick Caserio, the GM's like, we like the trade to Davis Mills. We've got another quarterback on the roster, and let's roll.
I've never heard of this player until you put him in your mock draft 1.0. You mocked him in the first round at 32 to Tampa Bay. And then, wasn't he the one who had the Zoom with the Patriots?
He did.
The Patriots Zoom with him? So what is it about this quarterback that we need to know about?
5-star recruit out of high school, and some people roll their eyes on that, but he was the number one high school quarterback in the nation. Suffered 2 injuries, barely played at Stanford, played in only 11 games, and then decided to go pro. So everyone's like, there's not enough sample size, come back to Stanford, do it. Goes pro, gets drafted in the 3rd round. He could be under center for the Houston Texans this season. That's how fast this thing can happen, and especially if we don't know what's happening with their incumbent quarterback at the moment.
Now, I know you two are addressing quarterbacks from this draft, but I want to go back to a few drafts ago, 2019 draft, and that's the Giants pick, 6th overall, which is Daniel Jones. It's a big year for him. The most interesting room, interesting QB situation. We're talking sink or swim, do or die. It is your time, Daniel Jones. I want to bring up a full screen of the playmakers that he has, guys. This is paper champion stuff. All right, right out the gate, Saquon Barkley. He's going to come back, and mind you, he will be bigger, faster, and stronger. Darius Slayton is a fantastic talent. I look at him as a number 1 wide receiver. They bring in Kenny Golladay, who's an absolute beast, break the bank for him. Sterling Shepard isn't going anywhere. He's under a big contract. And then Kadarius Toney. He's a 4-3 guy. John Ross, we know, is a 4-2 guy.
John Ross is on the Giants?
Yeah.
How about that, right? You know, he has a lot to prove. That's the same guy who put up 17 touchdowns his last year at the University of Washington. He hasn't done anything yet in the league, but still, he has a lot to prove. And then the tight ends. You got Evan Ingram and Kyle Rudolph. The reason I'm bringing all of this up is because tell me a weakness. When it comes to skill players for the Giants, tell me a weakness. They got guys that can play wide receiver, inside, outside. They got playmakers that can be punt returners and kickoff returners. Daniel Jones, this is your time to shine. And listen, I know we love to call him Danny Dimes, and he got some good nicknames. There's a moment in quarterbacks' careers where they drop the nickname, and you just become who you are. There was a moment where we stopped saying Russ, and then we started calling him Russell Wilson. There was a moment where we stopped saying A-Rod and just called him Aaron Rodgers. Now we look at Tom Brady, and we call him Tom Brady. So enough of Danny Dimes. Hopefully after this season, with the skill players you have and you elevating your game, we'll just start calling you Daniel Jones. Because if you can't win with this group of athletes, then you're going to be moving on.
And moving on, where would be the question? I'll say this. Our draft coverage killed it. Charlie Hugh, everybody involved. Our Super Bowl coverage is incredible. Our highlights, our weekly, whatever. The thing that I love most, that made me fall in with NFL Network, is ITC Live, Inside Training Camp Live. And so I thought with this question, where is that going to be? You know, they show the map and they hop around from training camp. It's just going to be in Foxborough, I think, the whole time. We got to talk about Foxborough here, Kyle. Mac Jones gets taken there. We've talked at length about Cam Newton. Can Cam Newton be a backup in this league? Does he get a Rodgers, Tom Brady, Garoppolo-esque fire lit under his butt to show us the return of an MVP from back in 2015? Does he have it in him? Why Bill Belichick, who can get out of answering any question, why does he decide to say Cam Newton is our quarterback? We'll see what happens in training camp. Is it a true battle? What does it look like? I'm so intrigued by what's going to go on because I think this is a contender either way, and they've got 2 quarterbacks that can hopefully make it happen to bring them back in the AFC East. Super intriguing.
The training camp thing is interesting, too, because when Patriots open camp, all I want to see is Cam Newton throw it about 50, 60 yards.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care how ready you are, how motivated you are. Like, is your arm alive or is it shot? I want to see what he's got. I think a little early on because I'm not convinced.
To me, that situation is interesting because what we talked about on Friday with the dynamics of how different quarterbacks they are, Cam Newton and Mac Jones.
So totally different.
And now, okay, we've had Brady for so long. We had Cam. It was his job last year. You know, it was Stidham or Cam, but it was pretty obvious you don't bring Cam Newton to beat Stidham's backup. 15th overall pick, that is as high a draft pick that Belichick has ever done with quarterback. And I don't know if they can keep him on the bench because if he's out playing Cam in training camp, then he's the guy. He's got to be.
Have we ever seen Cam be that backup role?
No.
No. So that's fascinating to me to see how that's even handled. All right.